You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how can its saltiness be restored? It is no longer good for anything, but is thrown out and trampled underfoot. Salt has always been a very important commodity, especially before refrigeration. Salt not only flavored food, but helped to preserve it. Since it was so important, it was thought in ancient times that they cut it with other things, mixing in other things in order to stretch it out, make it last longer. As a result of diluting it, however, it lost its saltiness. It wasn't salty anymore. It wasn't good for anything. It sounds good to us when Jesus uses the analogy of salt and he says, "You are the salt of the earth." Since you are children of God, you preserve and give flavor to this world and the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ. You can say we are God's hands and feet. You can say we are the salt of the earth. Either way, God created us for the good of this world. But what would dilute who we are and what we do so that we are not good for what we were created to be? You've heard the expression, use it or lose it. I know it's always easier for me to get out of shape than it is to get back into shape. Maybe one of the ways we lose our saltiness is when we don't practice our faith. We should strive to be the people we were created to be for the good of those around us. Are we just thinking and doing things for ourselves? Are we looking out for our neighbor? No one's perfect, so we repent when we fall away, and then we get back onto it. The longer we neglect our calling, the more we lose our saltiness, and the harder it is to get back on track. Thankfully, contrary to the analogy, though there are consequences, God is always gracious and is always willing to forgive us. But why not keep at it? Being called the salt of the earth is quite a compliment. No need to cut back on that kind of salt, no matter what your diet is. Have a great week.